I wondered why you called it that. I thought, well, they're calling that kind of hopefully notorious.
No, it was, I mean, the title, we had it as a working title to the project, you know, when me and Nick first got into it, and it just seemed to be a more kind of like it was scandalous, slightly naughty, and the idea that a lot of people really didn't think we'd get back together. You know, and there's been Power Station and Arcade and all these individual things, and Nick said this, and Simon said this, and John said this, and all this. And so I think there was an element of notoriety in what we were doing, and would we come back together? But once again, you know, people take the whole thing too seriously, and so, you know, looking at anything but notorious on the cover. So, you know, you can't do the right thing in some people's eyes.
We wanted to play The Reflex next, because that was shot in Toronto.
Right, that's right, yeah.
So a little bit, so you have more of a connection with Toronto than simply whizzing through with a CNE.
Here's on our video discography.
All right, here's a piece of Toronto and a piece of Duran Duran with The Reflex on Much Music.
Q.
That was Q, right. That was The Reflex with Duran Duran. And this is the countdown for you. Just saying you've got 7 more shows?
Yeah. We'll have played, I think, 95 shows.
95 shows?
Yeah, which is the longest we've ever done. I look quite well for it,
don't you think? That's a lot of guitar string.
Not one. I haven't broken one.
Get out of
Not
here.
one. No,
Nice.
I've broken guitar strings.
Oh,
No
so you're
bass.
not really playing, right? You're just
That's
going
right,
like
right.
this.
Just miming.
I see.
Just miming. All the stories you heard are true.
They are true. So what's this about a charity thing that you're going to be doing?
Well, we're finishing next Monday. We're playing the Beacon Theatre in New York. And we invited Lou Reed to join us. So he's going to come up and sing with us. We're going to do Walk on the Wild Side, Sweet Jane, I Love You Suzanne. So that's going to be fun.
Now,
It's something that we got into. We did it in LA. The Bangles came and joined us. And we did If She Knew What She Wants. And we had, you know, it's quite interesting, you know, to do that. Because it's always nice to kind of surprise your audience. And, you know, I think it'll be very interesting. No, we've been going since March. And, you know, so this is like the final frontier, Toronto, Ottawa, and Montreal. And as I say, the show next Monday it's a charity show for homeless kids.
Homeless kids, that seems to be a major theme. Well, it is everywhere in the world. All of a sudden, it's a big problem. We had a big show here this past weekend. But
Well, the thing was, I mean, I've been kind of based in New York for about 3 years now. I did the Power Station project there. And I think, Duran Duran as an entity is kind of moving back to Europe. We're going to be doing the next record in Paris, and we're going to be spending much more time back in Europe, I think. And, you know, I wanted to do something that, you know, just tip the hat of thanks and, you know, whatever.
it's certainly an international problem. It has nothing to do with either living in New York or living in Paris. It's all over the place.
I mean, I'm sure we'll get all our friends in London saying, well, you know, why do you do it in New York and not London? But, you know, I feel I've taken something out of the city of New York, so this will be, we'll be able to give something back.
So what are your plans? I know
After that,
yeah, about a new
start
album.
the record the next day. We're going to start next day because, you know, you get a terrible cold turkey coming down off, going down and touring. So we're just going to, we're going, there's the 3 of us, and we've got Danielle, who engineered and recorded the last album, and Jonathan Elias, who was a guy that I've been working with. I've done a lot of work in New York. The 5 of us are basically going to go into a studio and start writing. And it'll be, it's going to be, I think we're about ready to do a record that's, you know, going to make a few waves. We're all ready to do something. We've tasted non-chart success, so I don't think I think compromising is a thing of the past for us. And it's just going to be very interesting. We're going to be doing that up through Christmas. I think we're going to be going down and playing Rio in January. This is going to be a bit of a drag.
Too bad you couldn't have done it, you know, during the summer months. It's too bad you had to go in January to Rio.
pre-carnival, you know.
Would you stay for the carnival? Have you ever seen this?
No, well, no, because then we're going to go down and do that and then finish the record. And then we're going to tour again next summer, I think, almost definitely, as long as the record's fairly well received.
Is that something that you have to do, is get back out on the road again next summer? Is that...
Well, it's something that we enjoy doing. I mean, we've got so much out of this. I wouldn't tour quite as long next time, but you know, it's something we enjoy doing, and you know, we feel as, I don't know, this tour has gone some way to reinstating the group. You know, we had a lot of time off. You know, we got a lot of time to make up for, and I think if the record's good, you know, then you know, we kind of vibe off the planning of the thing, you know, and we kind of know where we're going to start next summer, and you know.
Well, I'm amazed that you can think ahead after
Well, you've got
doing
to,
95 shows, that you're still thinking ahead.
Well, you've got to really. It keeps you going. You know, you've got to always think past whatever you're doing.
Well, don't think past this, because every time you come here, this happens. We get more flashy little things.
Yeah.
So these are for you, and this is for you, and
That's
I
what I
promised
need.
I would do more of these. I bet your hotel room beds are just covered with these little things. Maybe some of these you can keep your pajamas in.
Yeah, thanks.
There you go.
Thanks very much.
And you have a lot
Very
of fun.
me, don't you think?
And